Just going to wait for more people to come on. I'm trying to like set the camera. It's looking kind of blurry to me. I don't know if it's the live. Hello, hello, hello. If you're just joining in, hi from Chicago. Hi, Diana. Hi. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me. I just want to be sure everyone can see me clearly because I don't want you to miss anything. This video is kind of like it's quite straightforward. And I'm hoping that it's going to be quick because I know someone complained about it being too long the last time and I don't want that to happen. Hi from California. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for not making it only me today. Oh, the type of balloons I use. I use Qualitex mainly because they're the very best. They've got very great quality in latex balloons. And there are times I use Sempertex. I love Sempertex balloons too. They have very great quality. And there are times I try other products, for stuff like this, for tutorials, and I find them quite good too. Like this one, it's from Party Deco. Yeah, I use them. I use them quite. They do a lot of pastels, so I like them. I like to, and that's what I'm going to be using for my base today. Okay, so I'm not going to waste your time today. I'm just going to go on. So we are doing a bouquet. It's going to be a structured base, and then we're going to be using 3 letters. So 3 initials. It's not going to be numbers. So this is just to show you how you can do like a bouquet without having to glue anything. How you can do a bouquet without having to like do the organic style. Some people like the structured look. So you can just do this instead of doing the organic kind of base. Hola! So yeah, I've inflated some of my balloons because I don't want us to miss anything, and I don't want to take too much of our time. So I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to start off with the base. I'm trying to find my what's it called? I'm trying to find my fishing line. I don't know where I dropped that. I'm trying to find my fishing line now so that we can start off. So for your base, you would need a fishing line, definitely. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happened, but what I'm going to use is, because I can't find my fishing line, so I'm just going to use a ribbon. You could use a ribbon too, but because I'm kind of like, I'm very, very handy, I pull, my hands are quite strong, so I like things really tight, so I prefer, okay, yeah, I found my fishing line. So you need a fishing line, and then you need your 11 inches balloon, you need your sizer, because you need to size, you need to make sure that the sizes are accurate. These balloons, I've inflated them into, this is a slide and size. If you don't have a sizer, slide and size is really good. I prefer it to the box ones. This is quite pricey if you're just starting out, but it's really good, more comfortable to use compared to the yellow boxes one. I got this years ago, so I can't really tell what the price is, but you'll get it from any wholesaler. If you are in the UK, I buy my balloons from Balloon Market or Tiger Fit Direct, or there's Up and Away, there's Go International. There's so many wholesalers you can buy balloons from. All you need to do is just make sure you have a business page, maybe on Facebook or Instagram or a website, and they would register you as a business. So yeah, moving on. So you get your balloons. My two 11 inches balloon. This is 12 inches. They come as 12 inches. And then you get your inflator, and you inflate. So you can see I've over-inflated it, and then you size it. You can't see, so let me just move back. So you size, this is how I use the sizer. So I just put it in, and I release there, and I pull it out, and I get the size I want. So it sizes for me accurately. Same thing for the other one. And I get the two balloon sizes I need, and you just tie it off. Like that. And got your duplet. So that's how you size it. You need to make sure. And for the smaller balloons that you're going to be using, I inflated this into 4 inches. So what you do is you get your 2 sets. Let me push my sizer to the side and the inflator to the side so that you can see me clearly. What's that question? Hi from New York. Hello. Please make sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel, or make sure you like the video so I know that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please make sure you like. So yes, you get your 2 sets, 2 duplets, and you wrap it around, yeah, like so. And you got your cord, then you lay that down, yes. And then you get your 4, the 5 inches one. Remember I said 5 inches inflated into 4 inches. And then you wrap it round. If you're not new to balloons, you know that this is just like doing a basic balloon column. It's really straightforward. But for those that are new, it's best, you know, I show them. So yeah, you just put this in, your fishing line, you wrap it in. You wrap it in. 1, 2, yeah? And then you tie it off. How do you tie it off? You use a loop method. So you just do this. Take the one of the what's it called, the fish. Take one side and just tie, just like normal way you would tie a shoelace. Then you tie it off. Okay, and then you know you've secured that end. So you just get your 4, lay it on top, wrap it around, wrap the fishing line around. Take another set of 4. Wrap the fishing line around. You take another set. 4. Lay it down. So this makes it easier for you to arrange. Take another set of 4. You could just push that, you know, the set you've done, you push it to a wall or something so that you know it stays in place. Take your next set of 4. Wrap it round. The next one. Wrap it around. You take the next 4. Please share the video if you can. I didn't get to share it before I started, so if you can share it, please share the video, like the video, subscribe. You take the next set of 4. You wrap it around. Yeah. Another set of 4. Yeah. You wrap it around. Another set of 4. Wrap it round. And then the last set of 4. Please make sure when you're doing your duplex, that is the 2 balloons, you tie it tightly. Do not, if it's too loose, it won't make your arrangement tight. Your base has to be really tight. It has to be close together, like, you know, really tight. So the last set of 4, you wrap it round. Yeah. And then I get my scissors to cut off the fishing line. Okay? So I'm going to tie this off too. Just as where I did the other ends. So this makes it stay in place. So this is what I do. Let me bring it closer to the camera. So you take the loop. You're holding on to the loop here. And then you put it in. And you just push. And you've tied it. You've locked it in. You can do it twice just to be sure. Just to be sure that it's really secure. And it's there. And if you're one of those, if you feel the, what's it called, the fishing line is too, like, it could pop your balloon and everything, you could use Dacron line. It's quite pricey compared to the fishing line, but it's easier on balloons, basically. So that's why it's always advised to use that instead of a fishing line. But the fishing line is cheaper. And I think maybe if you use a thicker one, it might be better. Okay, so that's our base. I'm going to move the camera back so that you can see, because it's looking like we can't see really well. Okay, so our base is ready. So the next thing is you're going to get your water weight. Like I've always said, my water weight, what I do is I use 2 balloons. So this is double stuffed, and then I just put it around the top and I fill it up with water, and that's it. So this is very cost effective. You don't have to stress yourself. And then you could use sand too. I buy a bag of sand from, there's this place we call B&Q in the UK, and I just use it. But I've not done that in a while now, but it's really good, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it. I'll do it on top, and then I'll turn it over. I'm going to tie it to the ends. So I'm going to put one here, one weight here, and one weight here. So what I'll just do is I'm just going to wrap it around the balloon. If you're finding it difficult to tie this into the base, what you could do is you could tie a 260Q onto this, and then it makes it easier. So I just grab one of the nozzles from the balloons and I just tie it onto the weights, water weights, and it stays in place. So I'm going to do another one here. If you have any questions, you can ask me quickly. So I'm doing the same thing for this end. And I'm just going to turn it over. Yeah? So you see? The weight is there already and it's staying in place. Now onto my letters. Like I said, I'm doing 3 letters. and it's 3 different colors. And I'm assuming the person's name is Bev. So, so this is B. I have B, I have E, and I have V in 3 different colors. I've inflated this just to save time. So what you do is, once you've inflated, when you're inflating this, I advise to use the hand pump. It might take you longer to inflate it, but the hand pump would ensure you do not damage the valve, because people tend to, if you use the electric inflator, it could damage the valve of the balloon and then you lose money, you know, the balloon goes to waste. So then you get your 260Q, I cut 260Q into halves, and then you wrap it around the nozzle like this, like so, and you tie. Like that. So that's ready. So I'm going to put B here. That's B. And then I have my E. I want the E to be slightly elevated, yeah? So what I'm going to do is, instead of, I'm going to put another layer of balloon here to elevate the E. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that now. So this one, I'm not going to size it. I'm just going to inflate it right now. I'm just inflating it randomly. I'm not doing a structured. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tie this 4 together. So just tie it together. I'm using the nozzle, or you could use a 260Q if you find it too hard. Pull the nozzle. Okay, so I'm going to tie a cut up 260Q into this. Yeah, and then tie it into your base. Okay. So you've elevated the E by doing so. So that means you get a staggered kind of. So if you're doing like HBD, it makes you have that, you know, that staggered kind of look. Yeah. And then I have the V. You do the same thing. What's the question? I just saw someone ask a question. Thank you. So you tie this in. So you have it, make sure it's sitting right. Yeah? So I'm just going to adjust the camera now so you see what I've done. Sorry guys. Okay. Now, so what do I do next? Hold on. So the next thing for me to make it look is for me to make it extra wow. So what I'll do is I'll get 260Q, 260Q, yeah, and I tie it on. For those of us that don't really know what 260Q is, I'm going to show you. So this is a 260Q. It's 2 inches by 60 inches, I think. Yeah. So when you inflate it, let me show you. When you inflate it, depending on what you're going to use it for, because I was going to use it to tie in 2 balloons, I made sure I inflated it to like almost the end. Yeah? So almost to the end. So you get another 260Q. Because this gives it that extra wow factor. So that's another one. Now for this one, because I want this to blend anyway, I want it to blend, but it can't because this doesn't have like a connection point. So what I would do is I would still bring the 260Q here. Yeah, I'm still going to cut that off. And then do the same thing for here. So it looks like as if, you know, it's one. I need to show you how I'm tying it onto the balloon, onto the back. So you see. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you tie it. First you do this, yeah? So you've grabbed it, you've pinched it, and then you take the nozzle from here and you tie it into this one. Just wrap it in. And then you can get your scissors. I'm always looking for my scissors, guys. You get your scissors, you nip it just a bit because you don't want it to pop automatically. Make sure you cut off the excess. You don't want it to look untidy at the back. Yeah? I'm going to do the same thing for this one too. Seasoned twisters will just use this. They would normally use their fingers to just cut it off. But I'm not a twister as much. I'm more of a decorator, but even as a decorator, you have to know how to twist if you want to specialize in balloons, because knowing how to twist gives you that extra edge over your colleagues and competitors and all of that. So you take another 260 because you don't want it to look, you don't want it to look dull. You do the same thing, yeah. So I'm going to take another 260. I'm going to put it here again. Cut that off afterwards. Now you want to add more wow factor. Take the 260 again, wrap it into another spot. You don't have to be a twister to know how to, tie off a 260 cube. You see? Do we have any questions before I move on? So if you're worried that, okay, this side, it looks like, okay, I want this side to I want it to blend into this side. So what I would do is, so that it could come in together, I'll take the 260 cube from here, the end. Once I tie it off, and then I'll bring it into, let me show you again. Because I want these two ends I want it to look like it's one. So I'll tie it into this one. I'll bring it in. Yeah? Tie it off. I'm going to bring this in too. Okay? Can you see it looks like one now? It looks like I've glued everything together. But I haven't glued it, so I've just tied it together and it looks like one. So the next thing I would need is 260Q to add flowers to it. Adding flowers gives it that extra wow factor. So I've done some flowers already, but I'm going to show you how to do this quickly. It's really a basic kind of flower. And I'm just going to tie it onto each junction, but I'm going to show you how to do that quickly. So what you do is you get your 260Q, just inflates, so you have a bit at the end. Tie it off quickly, and then you tie it here. I've got another one I've inflated. I'm going to do the same thing. Tie it here. It's a basic kind of flower. I think it's one of the easiest flowers I know. Just make sure the 260Qs you've inflated are of the same. They're of the same size. This one looks bigger than this one, but I'm just going to use it. So what you do is you look for the middle, and then you wrap. So that's one. You look for the middle again. You twist, because this will help you make sure you're in the middle. You wrap around. Same thing for this one. And then you wrap all three together. So you have 6. Can you see you've got 6 points? Make sure everything is side by side, like so. So you could use it like this. You know, this is quite easy to use. Just use it, just add the 5 inches to the middle here, and you're good to go. But if you want it to look extra, so what you need to do is, looking at it, yeah. So this one, you take this one, bring it under, yeah. So when you bring this one up, you're pushing this one down. I hope I'm explaining it well enough. And then you move to the next line, yeah? You push this one in, and this one goes out, yeah? So you move to the next one, push this one out, you bring this one in, then you bring this one in, you put this one out. You move to the next one, bring this one in, you put this one out. Move to the next one, you bring this one in, sorry, you put that one out. It's quite tricky to do on video, sorry guys. And then for the last bit, you put this one out, push this one in, coming undone, sorry. So you have your flower. So you can make it, you can just push the edges. you make sure you cut this bit off, or you leave it on because you can use it to you can use it to tie it into your display. And then you get your 5 inches balloon. And you tie it in. So like I said, you could either leave it just the way I've done it, or you make it look extra and, you know, do it this way. You know, and then you could, if you want the edge to like kind of have a different kind of look, you could just squeeze it. If you want it to have like a pointy kind of edge, just rub each one. You need to be careful because it can easily come undone. It should stay in place, but what I've done is I've not inflated the balloons into the right sizes. The sizes are not right, so well, this is basically what we're trying to achieve. And this is another one again. Yeah. So what I'm going to use tie it into the bouquet. Using a 260 cube. So I'm just tying it to the back of the 260 cube I have here. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. You know the letter balloons, they always have like this attachment point. So you could tie this one to the attachment point here. You have to be careful or else you could pop the balloon if you're not careful. Try another one here. Oh, wow. You take this one and just use it the way it is, and you tie it here. Using a 260 cube too. I'm just going to use a fishing line. You see? And then you have, you know, straightforward base. So what you could do is you could get, you could do more like 260 Qs to give this, add more 260, curly 260 Q. You could do some more flowers and just add it everywhere to each point and just tie it in. You don't have to use glues to glue it together or anything, and you are good to go. You've got, you know, a very simple kind of bouquet that you can, that a customer would love. For this point, I'll finish it off. I'm going to add some more flowers here. I would add some more flowers just to cover the space, because I don't like the spaces in the middle. I don't like it showing. And there it is. Do we have any questions before I sign out? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Sorry, you're not late. Do we have any questions? Please let me know before I run off. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to add more flowers. Then you see it at the end of the video. I'll record that at the end. I've got an electric automatic sizing inflator, and then I've got this very cheap one. For the button, what button? Button balloons. What's button balloons? What's that? I don't know what you mean by button. You mean the 5 inches, the smaller balloons, or the 260 Qs? Okay, the air pump, the cheap one is hold on, let me unplug it. The cheap one I use is it's called Houston or something. You'll find it in my Amazon store. The link is below. Yes, I use a sizer for the 11 inches and 5 inches. Yes, because you want it to be structured. If you were going to if it was going to be organic, then you don't need a sizer. But if you want a structured base like this, then you need a sizer to finish it off. And then I have a precision hair, but I don't really like it anymore because it packed up one time. So, and it's so expensive, so I rarely use it. I don't want it packing up, so I just use this, and I've been using this for like over a year, and it's never, you know, disappointed me, and it's so cheap. It's like £20 or so. You'll find it in my Amazon store. The link is going to be, it should be below any of my videos. You find it there. Do we have any other questions before I run off? I want to finish off this so that you can see what I've done at the end. If we have no more questions, I'm going to sign off now, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please click that button right now before you go off. Make sure you like this video before you go off. Yeah, and I'd love to read your comments. Tell me what you think when I finish this off and you see the end results. So it's just, you don't have to glue anything. It's just one structure, you know? Just one, it's in one piece. Can you see? It's one piece. What's that final question? Someone just asked the question. You are most welcome. You're most welcome. Please remember to share, because when you share, more people get to see it. YouTube would recommend my videos to more people, and this would encourage me to do more videos. Next week, I'm going to look into doing smaller pieces, because I found out that it's not everybody that can afford the big bouquets. But if you can do the smaller pieces, you know, be creative about it. Trust me, you're going to, you know, sell a lot of it. Because I've seen, you know, during this quarantine period and stay-at-home period, people have loved all my small pieces that I've created. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do some of it. Yeah, we're going to have another live video next week. Price for this one, I can't give you a price offhand because one, I've not done a pricing on it. I've just done this. I didn't even design it. I just did this out off the top of my head as I was doing it. But what you need to do is like for each letter, let's say you're doing each letter for £10. So let's say the letters £30 each. And then the base, how much do you charge for your column? You know, add everything up together, all together. The time you spent in doing it and creating it, your fuel price, everything, you need to add it together and you get your price. I can't give you a price because my own price will be different from yours. Yeah, so yeah, but people would always tell you it's too expensive or blah blah blah, but trust me, it's never too expensive because you're putting so much into it. Another place you can go to for pricing is balloonmarket.com. They've got a price thingy there that you can use you can put the balloons you're using, the amount, your time and everything, and to give you a price idea. Okay, guys, let me stop talking. I'm talking too much now. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again next week for another live tutorial. It's going to, for next week one is going to be, hopefully it won't be too long. It will be a small kind of bouquet. So see you then. Bye.